Hello and welcome back to the DACS server. Alright, so as you can see, I'm in a kind of a different area, and you can see little swirlies around me. We ended up adding a couple of mods to the game. Emerald mod. I don't think it's the Emerald Dimension. It's got an Emerald Dimension, but I don't think that it's called the Emerald Dimension mod. But anyways, I've got Emerald Armor. And when you put all pieces of emerald armor on, it gives you these bonuses. Also added Ars Magica 2, and more enchantments, I think it's called. But anyways, we added those two, and yeah, and I moved up on top of the mountain. So we're still debating on if the emerald armor is if it's too powerful. I mean, you can still die, you can still get it damaged, so it's kind of like, one way or the other. As you can see, if I don't fall, there is the town, which we have done so much since the last episode, which I think was, and there's animal bikes everywhere. I'll show you that in just a second. But this episode, I'm going to kind of end up just talking about some of the stuff we've ended up doing and kind of visit everybody's houses, because everybody's houses have expanded a ton since the last video. As you can see, I have moved up to the top of the mountain, which I'll show you just a second if I can get on this bike. Alright, so here is, if you can see it, here is I haven't put a roof on it yet, and I'm still lighting it up, but I've got a little opening right there so you can fly into. And this other opening over here is going to be my new witchery room. You can see there's one of my animal bikes. And over here is another animal bike. And then there's one down there. So I am at the top of this humongous mountain. See? And I'm just building and building and building, which I think is going to end up being pretty cool. Down here, kind of a lot of stuff has been added. This is where we've been landing. I'll land down in here to show you a couple more things. I made this landing pad because there were still creepers and everything spawning up top. So it was kind of like, well, let's go ahead and put a little area down here to go ahead and make sure that we can land if we want to, if we end up coming in and it's flooded like it is now. The hallway, I've kind of just been playing around with it. Here's a genetics lab that I ended up making, which doesn't have that much stuff in it. I put a chest with a whole bunch of scrapings, a whole bunch of scales, and a hopper. It leads into the DNA analyzer with the combustion generator, which I'm still learning about this stuff. And then I got another hopper leading to a chest, so it just constantly, when I put fuel into it, it just drops one down, creates it, and then as soon as it pops in here, it drops down to the chest, and another one drops down. So this is really consuming. I mean, I've got these so far. I haven't done anything with them, and I've got these over here, and most of them are like, there's some spider scales. Here's some more spiders, zombies, skeletons. I think I did get some zombie pigmen, and I think I got some creeper. They might have already gone through. Basically what I ended up doing is I just put this little door right here with a little fence gate, and I grab a scraper and they come up and I scrape them. So it was preventing the creepers from exploding, or at least it was. But there's another animal bike. I tell you, animal bikes are everywhere. But we're going to go the underground route at the moment to just show some of the stuff, and then I'll fly out and show you some more. This tunnel right here is to Brecca Marie's, or Ava. I will go there and look at her base, but that tunnel goes straight all the way through. I also added in the map mod for mine, because it appears that I was the only one that could end up running the map mod, and the other guys were going to the nether and then they would get lost. It was an easier way for me to go ahead and keep track of them, and you know, if they got separated, I could come find them. and which we've used a lot. I've added this underground area, which is underneath the main house that I had up there, um, just because sometimes I wanted to go ahead and get crops, and I didn't want to go ahead and go up top. So it was kind of like an easy way just to make sure I had everything. I think it was last night, I brought everybody in here and gave them a quick class on witchery, just the basic stuff, and we ended up infusing everybody. All four of us: Chaz, Anthony, which is Charles, Dravenheart, which is Casey, and Breckenbury, which is Heather. We infused everybody with the where is it? I think it's in this one. Yeah, with the spirit of the otherwhere. So everybody has that ability at the moment, and we put the circle of magic right here. And Breckenbury came up. We'd already infused the other two. She had been AFK, and she came up here, and we had told her to have the regeneration book on her, which is from the More Enchantments. And she clicked the center thing after she threw it down, and she backed out of the circle, so she didn't get the enchantment. So I had to make another potion just so we could go ahead and get her the enchantment. It was hilarious. It was a funny night, but my recording wasn't working at the moment. The witchery, I've kind of taken off on it as far as doing a lot of other stuff. Was shooting through diamonds like crazy. That was kind of one of the reasons why we ended up getting the emerald set from the emerald mod, which is not that bad. You put all the sets on, you get speed, jump boost, 2, and resistance. So we're still deciding. It seems like it's going to be a little bit too overpowered maybe for us. We're still playing around with the idea. Charles, Chaz Anthony, I'm just going to say Charles, he's managed to blow up my forge. But he has jumped into the Tinker's Construct mod like crazy and has been making tons of stuff and exploring different aspects of it. I'm still upgrading certain parts of this, but at the moment I've been working on my house up top since I've kind of moved everything up there. And since we added in the Ars Magica 2 mod, we've been getting hit by those meteors, and it's of course been destroying certain aspects of the house. I had an idea to go ahead and encase the whole, see if you can see it. Yeah, like there's a wall right there. The whole town that I've made in a wall, and after a little while was like, okay, I want to go build something else, so I haven't finished it. The idea with this room, this is some stuff I've been needing in case anybody wanted to donate, which, hey look, somebody donated a creeper heart, we'll take that. This is some odds and end weapons I just kind of threw up there. It's kind of a community thing where anybody ends up needing it, and I've been put some armor right here in case anybody dies when we're doing adventuring. We also had after our nether trip, we ended up doing a mining trip, and it was pretty good. Chaz ended up dying like right off the bat. Charles, he ended up dying right off the bat, and it was pretty bad because he had worked so long to go ahead and get all prepared for it, and then he ends up turning around and dying. But it still worked out. However, if I would have had this all set up in this area, he was already bound here. He could have went ahead and released, came and got this armor, and came back and met us. Instead, he had to release at his house and come all the way over here, and he didn't have nothing on him. So yeah, we're still getting aspects of it as far as what works and what doesn't work. You know, what we can make it easier on ourselves. Now oh yeah, okay, I put my dragon over there. The library is still the library over there. The only thing that's changing it is there's more books. That's pretty much all as far as that goes. I've been mining down that way. Let's see, and there's some food. That's the stairwell to the library, goes up. And then let's see down here. I just was kind of like chopping holes into the wall because this is where when we go do a trip, we come back and then we divide everything 4 ways. Kind of seems a little bit fair, I think. We're gonna take a dragon and do a more aerial view. Oh wait, I lagged into the thing. All right, pick me up. That's not my dragon. Is that my dragon? Okay. So, as you can see, kind of put the wall around. This room right here, that's beside my stationary room, it's just a mandrake. I had it for. Wait, is there any creepers around? Don't see any. Essentially, what it would end up being. Let's see if we can get off. Everything's burning. Don't see any creepers. Okay. Come in here. You shut the door, and you hit this. Okay, it gave me a mandrake. And then what my idea was, it was like a grand idea I had, where you hit this with a hoe, so you can plant another one. Where's the hoe? Right here's a hoe. There. Shut the door. I don't want a creeper blowing up on me. So you put it like this and hit that, and then you hit this little button on the side, and it would shoot out bone meal. I had a whole bunch of bone meal in there, and that was the idea I had, that I could go ahead and keep on farming it over and over again, and they just wouldn't go wild. Now that was the original idea. However, Charles ended up making a ton of them, and so did Heather. So I didn't actually need to go ahead and do that anymore. So it's kind of like a waste. This room right here was going to be a whole bunch. There you are. That's where the creeper went. It was going to be a whole bunch of crops in there, and then I ended up building the part downstairs, so I really had no reason to have that anymore. So I just kind of didn't do anything else with it. As you can see, the wall over here ends on this side of the building. This is the advanced whatever it's called, advanced genetics. So it's just kind of out here in the middle of, away from everything. This was my obsidian generator that I made, and then here was the enchanting room with the advanced enchanting table, enchanting plus. Alright, so that's essentially everything there as far as the town goes. Where did my dragon go? Now, mine, it's kind of like, you you started a little bit, but it's not like all inspiring, not like everybody else's. And you see all these different color pets. Like here's the golem. I think, yeah, it's the golem pet, where the golem bike, so you can ride it. There's another dragon over there, and there's one down there. I mean, they're everywhere. Chaz Anthony, which is Charles, he went ahead and brought all the different trees, especially from the Nether, over into here and from Natira, and just made like a little tree farm, which I've been using quite often. This is what Brecca Marie or Ava has ended up designing. Look at that. I mean, that is just, here's her little farm that is like so over like crazy, and here is her completely marble house. We had to get a ton of marble for this, because every time anybody went out, they went and got marble for her. Now she still has some problems as far as creepers spawning in here like crazy. See, I mean, she just designs like crazy. I really like all the stuff she ends up putting together. This is the second time I've seen her build something in Minecraft. I mean, it's just, it's awesome. That's the only way I can describe it. Here's her bedroom. Fireplace, so simple but so cool looking. I don't think this is the carpenter's safe. Of course, I can't get into it. Oops, she's got that open. I won't leave it open. Let's see what else. Do a little tour of the place, and kind of hope that I don't run into a creeper. So here's outside is like a little balcony, which it's been a little while since I've been in her place, so I'm still trying to, I'm like, this is all kind of new. What does that go to? So it's just like a bath, I guess? So much. Oh, that's the nether brick. I thought it was lapis for a second. I was like, oh, so much lapis used and wasted. Alright. I see a whole bunch of mobs on my screen. I don't want to blow up anything. This one leads outside, which it looks like it's just this side of the building. That looks cool. This is their front door. Look at this. I mean, that is just cool. Anybody else probably would be like, oh, that's simple. Well, I can't do that. That just looks awesome to me. So, and then here is her, I guess it's a fireplace. She's using a lot of the carpet from Chisel. Empty room, okay. And let's go for, we passed by this one, but yeah, this is just outside. I don't think that, I hear somebody knocking on the doors. But one thing I've noticed is that the carpenter doors, the zombies do not beat on those doors. What's in here? Oh, this is her. She's got all of her ores in here and everything. Nice table. I don't know if they actually prevent mob spawning or what. Yeah, so here's a regular door and there's a zombie on the other side. What is in here? Oh, there's one of her dragons. Look, she's got all plants and vines and everything. That looks cool. So we'll shut that. Pick up my XP. This is a stairwell that she ended up making. You go through that door right there and it leads right to my houses over there. I have not been down this way at all underneath here, so I do not know what she's got going on down here, but I don't want to blow up anything. So we're going to carry on to somebody else's house. And the idea, what is that? Is that a dropper? Or a dispenser? Why does she got that there? So this is like the kitchen, I guess? Is it already going to be the start for a kitchen? Is there anything in it? No. Interesting. Okay, see, I think that's about, yeah, that's pretty much all of her base at the moment, except for the, oh great, where'd my dragon go? There he is. Except for the, what's the word I'm looking for? Except for the extreme downstairs, which I haven't gone to. And the idea is still to, when we're all done with this, when we go ahead and go to another, oh, there's a chest on the roof. When we go ahead and go to another, like, when we start another server, I can't get the words out. The idea is still to go ahead and offer this up for download in case anybody wants it. I'm letting the world generate in. I'm kind of just floating at a second. They blew up the landscape. That was one thing that the Emerald mod did have. It has the Emerald staff that blows up a whole bunch of stuff, and as you can see, everybody's tried it out and then destroyed a whole bunch of landscape. Alright, let's go. I think we're gonna hit Charles's, or Chaz Anthony. I'm gonna try to remember to call him Chaz. We're gonna try to hit his house next if it loads in. Am I going around in a circle? I think I am. Let's see. Flying's a little bit more difficult when I was running everywhere. It's hard to remember the direction. Give me a drink. Now, this one, this tree, somebody ended up, I know that Dravenheart went ahead and hollowed the inside out a little bit, but somebody else was inside of it, and we can't, nobody's fessed up as far as who it was. So it's kind of like, well, why not? You know, are you taking it over? There's a bunny bike. Now all this loads in. Come on. Let's see, where can I park to give it a second? Let's park on this tree. You can see part of Chaz Anthony's up there. See? It's slowly loading in. I'll let it finish loading all the way in, and then we'll go look at it. He connected both trees. I mean, it's just huge. I'm getting a drink. I'm really thirsty tonight. You see that pad right there? That's supposed to be, I guess, our landing pad. But everybody keeps on going in. Let's see, I think he might have added some more. We'll look at it from the top, because that's probably the coolest. Look at this, he put all the crops and everything. Every crop there is, he's got a tree of. I mean, every crop there is, he's got some. And then he's got every one of the trees up here. I mean, he's outdone himself. For some reason, we logged on and nobody had been in his house, but look, the whole center right here is destroyed. It looks like multiple creepers just went off in his house. No clue why or how, but look, I mean, it's destroyed. You can see where his house is right there. But nobody was over there, so I don't understand. Nobody had been on, nobody had done anything, but it destroyed a whole bunch of the inside the house. And from a distance, you can't really tell. It doesn't look that bad, but when you get close and you're trying to go downstairs using that tree, yeah, it kind of becomes problematic. He made a little nether farm over here for his little nether trees, which I don't know why it's a square. It's kind of interesting. He came over here and in Dravenhearts he made. Oh wow, Dravenheart just blew it up. Okay. Yeah, as soon as we added in the Emerald mod, they were like, "Oh, you got explosive staff," and apparently they used the tree as target practice, which is kind of cool in many ways, but also kind of funny. Here is Dravenheart's house. It started out as a glass house, and now it ends up having, well, blocks all around it now. And at the same time, he has not done anything else with his little water house over there, which I think is kind of funny. This is his little landing pad for us. See, you can see Chaz Anthony's house in the distance. It gives new meaning to, you know, a tree house. I mean, that is a tree villa, maybe. Let's see. He's got some cakes. We've got the blood droplets. And what's back here? I guess this is where he's gonna make a gallery of his weapons, maybe. Yeah, like back here. See, he's got all the bows. That's kind of cool. Let's see, got blood droplets everywhere. Jeez. No, what's in here? He's thrown so many chickens. He's got his advanced enchanting table already too. Now he was working on the level of it. What is the level? Max level is 34 at the moment. Okay. Now, what is this up here? Ah, this is a little alchemy room. Nice. I hadn't seen this. I haven't been to Dravenheart's house in a while, and it looks like he's done quite a bit. Alright, let's go. Let's go down here. He's got animals all over the place. Cat on his bed. What's down here? It looks like this is a mine. Oh, this is his armor room. Okay, so he's got 3 pieces of armor so far. Not bad, not bad. He's got some, I guess, monster jerky. This is his front room. He's kind of... Whoop, there's a creeper. I do not want to blow up his house. Okay. Let's go this way. Oh, wait. Oh, it's not inside, it's outside. Oh. Interesting. So it spawned right here in this little thing, or came in this little thing? and he's all up into the animal bikes. This cat right here, the ocelot bike, and when you create it and spawn it, it ends up creating like 3 cats to follow it around. And while that's cool and everything, it doesn't really give. I mean, they don't work as normal ocelots. They are normal cats. They will not protect him from creepers. So that ended up not being like how we exactly wanted it, but hey. So that is Dravenheart's house. That's kind of a tour of everybody's, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, we're still... Jeez, what is my dragon doing? We're still doing some different versions. They have not jumped into the Ars Magica mod at all. The Witchery, like I said last night, we ran like I think it was a 2.5 hour we ran on here, and I just showed them just the basics. So we probably should start seeing everybody start creating some stuff there, which that should be interesting as well. Sorry, I'm taking a drink. We can't go to the Emerald Dimension because the Emerald Dimension, which let me get over here now, because there was 2 Emerald mods I think, and at the moment I cannot remember. Wow, tree. Can't remember who's the creator of this Emerald mod. And I mean, a lot of the items are a little bit too powerful, which I think what ended up happening as far as what everybody's kind of agreed on, maybe not everybody, but what the majority vote has been like, oh man, I got a zombie up here. That's not the vote. I won't put him in here if he'll fit. I think the majority vote ends up being that we're not so much going to end up using all the items from the Emerald mod, just because it ends up being so overpowered. But for like right now, we're using the majority of them. Oh, look at the hat stands with the hats on top. That is so cool. Now there was a creeper earlier. I don't like that he was in my house. I'm gonna have to light this up a little bit more. Yep, there he is. Aha! Take that! And as I said, I am still upgrading everything, so this would be a big work in progress. But let me show you this. Okay. Emerald. Yeah, okay, there's a furnace. The furnace burns stronger than normal. Oh gosh, my arm is itching like crazy, sorry. Let's see, what else? The bow, but it can only shoot emerald arrows. The flint and emerald is used to generate the emerald portal, but the only problem with that is everybody's gone to the emerald portal. It has been extremely laggy. Now that emerald staff is the one that I was talking about. It throws a ball destroying into the direction you look, and it, as you can see, the tree ended up taking out a lot. The emerald bone, I think, is to tame the emerald wolf, which I have not seen anything. I did find, even though the wiki says that there's no, you have to go to Emerald Dimension to get the emerald cow and the emerald wolf. I've found emerald cows in the regular world, so maybe the emerald wolf's around too. I'm not sure what the emerald potion does yet. I haven't made one, or the emerald apple. The emerald cake, I haven't made any of that, but Chaz and Draven have, and they went ahead and, I guess, put it down somewhere. The sword does plus 14 attack damage, the big emerald sword. This does plus 10 attack damage, and you got a diamond sword that does, plus 7. So, let's see, that's plus 13 for the katana, plus 12 for the kopesh. I mean, even the spade does more than the diamond. So, that's kind of the part, plus the armor is what we're thinking might be too powerful. Um, we're still weighing on it though, because with the witchery mod, 4 of us doing the witchery mod, I mean, we're gonna be shooting through so many diamonds. So it was kind of like we needed an alternative, because only one person at the time that I added this in had diamond armor, and we tried to do equivalent exchange 3, but not everybody could end up using it, so we had to take that out. Hey, oops. Now see, that does plus 14. My longsword that I made in Tinker's Construct does plus 18. So my weapon still does more than the emerald, which is nice because I'm one-hitting the creepers. But I also used a lot of quartz. So I didn't name it though. I don't know why. But anyways, this episode was just to kind of give a look at all the stuff that we've done since the last episode. And I'm going to try to record, I think the next get together we're going to start on Ars Magica, and we're probably going to hopefully fight some withers. So that I think will end up being a pretty cool episode, especially if we can get it done. If the idea is to actually summon 4 withers. You can't summon them all at once, but if I can use the witchery to summon the wither, then we can go ahead and we all kill them. Sorry, I yawned there for a second. And everybody could end up getting a what is the name of the code? Yeah, not the Emerald Star, the other star. Brain fart. Okay, but anyways, hopefully that would end up working out, that we can go ahead and do that next week, and I can record it, and that would be a lot of laughs. But anyways, this episode, like I said, was just going to be an update and just show you all the stuff we've ended up making. Everybody's still having a lot of fun and destroying the world a lot. But at the same time, as you see, everybody's building some wild stuff. I mean, it's just cool. And it eventually, be available for upload. I think Chaz Anthony, Chaz, Charles, whatever you want to call him, I think he's the only one has made a Ender Dragon bike, and I can't remember how he ended up doing it. Nobody's found the end yet, and the only bosses we have now is we have Ars Magica bosses, which that's going to end up being some good episodes, and we have the witchery bosses. I've been talking to Draven about Torment would be awesome if he's in the one we have. I'm not sure if he is, but if he's not, at least Death is in the one version we have, and that would be cool for us to go against Death. So we'll still have all that stuff. We still have a lot more episodes to go, and we're already in discussion for the next mod pack that we are going to assemble. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm glad that this worked out. The episodes are kind of sporadic, at least for right now, because of my new job, but yeah, it's been pretty fun, and I'll be showing you some more videos coming soon. So until next time, I shall catch you later.